Hello everyone, my name is Peggy Law. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I serve as the UUFH Board Chair for the 2023-2024 fiscal year. I want to say thank you for the great feedback I've received on my videos from our members at Carolina Village and Lake Point Landing, and for those of you who've reached out wondering where my video was. I'm going to blame everything on our new puppy, Cosmo. I don't know what Ed Law and I were thinking when we decided we were not too old to get a brand new puppy. That has been disproven. We are too old, but we have him and we love him and we'll get through this. Anyway, technology can make us all crazy at times, but it's what allows us to stay connected even when we can't be together in person. And that's what's allowing us to reach out to our members at Carolina Village and Lake Point Landing. Let's talk a little bit about finance for a minute. The good news is we've topped last year's pledge number. Currently, to date, April 7th, we have $204,930 pledged for fiscal year 2024-2025. Last year, our pledge total was $200,000. On the flip side, our expenses for next year, so far that have been budgeted, are about 35% higher. Now, it's important to keep in mind that our initial budget request is basically a wish list. At our board meeting next week, we'll be reducing this budget significantly to be more in line with our pledged dollars. The final budget will be submitted to our members for approval at the annual meeting on June 9th. If you haven't pledged or unable to pledge, please just let us know so that we can finalize the budget. Many thanks to Sue Keene and the pledge team, to Regina Hutchison and to Liz Curtis for their commitment and perseverance through this pledge drive. Let me update you a little bit on our safety and security mission. Our board and safety team have made some pretty significant initiatives in mind at the beginning, had some pretty significant initiatives in mind at the beginning of the year to help make our campus safer. And I've got to say, we've done a really good job at getting some things done, but we're not done yet. We're exploring a security shutter that would seal off Fellowship Hall at the stairway. So think of the metal screens that roll down on a track at one of the stores at a mall when they're closed. This would work the same way. With the installation of this system and our ability to lock the door between Fellowship Hall and the back stairway that goes up to the AV desk, we'll be able to seal off Fellowship Hall from an intruder. We'll be finalizing the purchase agreement on this at our board meeting next week. By now, most of you have heard that our Settled Minister Search Committee has found a ministerial candidate who embodies the qualities and characteristics that you've expressed as essential for our next settled minister. This year, there were more than 100 congregations in search for a minister. We're so happy that we found our candidate and that he found us. It's a match. Other congregations weren't so lucky and will have to try again next year. The Settled Minister Search Committee are excited to introduce all of us to George Grimm Howell. If you were at the service today or watching online, you met George via a great introductory video. If you missed it, a recording of today's service is available online on our YouTube channel. Candidating week is set for April 20th through April 28th, kicking off with George leading the service on April 21st. That week between the 21st and the 28th will be really busy for George, and the schedule is still being finalized. The week will be packed with various meetings, staff gatherings, discussions with committees, area clergy, the board of directors, the RE council, as well as parents, children, and youth. George will take the pulpit again on April 28th. Following the service, we'll hold a congregational meeting and conduct a secret ballot vote to officially invite George to become our next settled minister. Our bylaws require that 50% of our membership attend the meeting in person, by proxy, or via Zoom. Although we need a 90% affirmative vote for George in order to make it official, we'd love to have a 95% affirmative vote to really show our support. Please mark your calendars and make plans to participate in this pivotal moment in our community's journey. I want to say thank you to everyone who helped with last week's fabulous Easter service and fabulous Easter brunch. Lots of hands went into making both such a success. There was a lot of joy, a couple of unique Easter hats, and an amazing Easter bunny. Many thanks to everyone who helped make the service and the brunch a success. I'd like to express our thanks as we say goodbye to Jenna Jaffe, whose personal circumstances have necessitated an all too soon departure from her role at UUFH. Jenna's contribution, especially the joy and vitality she infused into the choir and our worship services, has been tremendous. We collectively send her our best wishes for the future. Our adult enrichment series continues with a program on April 13th, led by our own Eileen Douglas. Eileen will be leading a workshop on journaling. Topics include life issues, memories, spiritual growth, healing, self-love, self-esteem, and seasonal topics. All you need is something to write on. I wonder if that includes an iPad. I'm not sure I can handwrite much more than a sentence anymore. I've become a keyboard warrior. I want to thank Becky Reed for picking up this program at the beginning of this year and making it just part of our life at UUFH again. It had been dormant for, I think, a couple years even before COVID. So it's a great resource for our members and friends. After the service today, Board Vice President Bill Elder led the final quarterly meeting of the Council of Committees and Teams for this fiscal year. I'd like to thank the leaders and the members of these teams and committees for the time and energy they devoted all year to make sure UUFH runs like it should. As one of our recent guest speakers, Reverend Eve Stevens, explained to me, quote, "These are the pull-through people, the people who get stuff done," end quote. I love this phrase and think it accurately captures what it means to lead. In March, an email blast went out seeking nominations for our Unsung Hero Award, an honor dedicated to a UUFH member whose quiet dedication and selfless actions have significantly impacted our community. We believe in celebrating the power of community and the individuals who strengthen it without fanfare. Nominations are still open. We'll be sending out another reminder. You have until May 1st to nominate a fellow congregant for the Unsung Hero Award, someone whose actions reflect the core values of Unitarian Universalism and have made a lasting, though perhaps unnoticed, impact. The aim of this award is to enable the congregation to value and appreciate the full scope of the nominee's efforts. So watch your email in April. There'll be a reminder coming out, and please participate. This is a great program that has been sleeping for the past several years, and we're happy to wake it up again. All right, folks, time to wrap up my update from March. I've got to say, I love sharing this journey with you. Our community is so special. We're a pretty incredible bunch, don't you think? It's all the different things we bring to the table, all the ways we support each other that make this place feel like home. Thanks for listening. Stay awesome, stay connected, and let's keep making our corner of the world a better place.